These are my top 5 mini diving tanks, plus one gadget that isn't a tank, but it will help you breathe underwater. They cost from $200 to $1,300 per unit. These are all tanks I own, have tried and tested, ranking them 1 to 6 from the cheapest to the most expensive. Number 1, $200, the Scuba S500 0.7 liter mini diving tank. It has 200 bars, which means it contains 140 liters of air. Number 2, the Mini Dive 0.5 liter mini diving tank. It's 200 bars, 0.5 liters, and it contains in total 100 liters of air. And it costs $314, which also means it's one of the smallest tanks on this list. In third place, costing $387, is the 0.5 liter spare air. Also 200 bars, it contains 100 liters of air. Number 4, the Mini Dive 1.1 liter diving tank. What makes this tank different than the others on the list is that it has 300 bars maximum pressure. Even though it's a little bit more than double the size of the two 0.5 liter tanks, it contains 3 times the amount of air, 330 liters. And it costs $454. Number 5, the Scuba S700. It is a 2 liter tank, 200 bars, which means it contains 400 liters of air. It is the most expensive tank on this list. It is also the biggest tank in size. And it costs $470. And the last one on the list, costing $1,300, is the Blu3 Nemo floating compressor. As I said, not a diving tank, a diving gadget. It's a compressor that floats on the surface and pumps air down to you. And with the Blu3 Nemo, you have actually unlimited amount of air until you run out of battery. So how deep can you actually go with these tanks? I would recommend no deeper than 10 meters. And with the Blu3 Nemo, you can only dive down to 3 meters because that's the length of the hose. The Blu3 Nemo lasted the longest with about 75 minutes before the battery ran out. The Scuba S700 is commercialized with a diving time up to 20 minutes, which sounds about right if it was at the surface. At 5 meters, it lasted 15 minutes for me. The Scuba S500 is commercialized with a diving time of 12 to 15 minutes, which is a bit strange, because as the tank is 65% smaller than the Scuba S700, I don't understand how they expect it to last only 25% shorter. It lasted 6 minutes and 42 seconds. I could probably make it last 15 minutes, but then again, I can also hold my breath for 9 minutes. So it's not really realistic. The 1.1 liter mini dive is promoted with a diving time of 20 minutes, which is the same as Scuba said about the S700 that lasted 15 minutes. As this tank has 70 liters less air, it of course lasted shorter than the S700. I managed to get almost 10 minutes out of this one. Both the 0.5 liter tanks lasted about the same time, as they have the same amount of air. With one I got 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and the other one I got almost 4 minutes. But that was due to me moving less on the one that lasted longer. Which one is your favorite and which one would you buy? So my final thoughts and ranking of these tanks, not taking cost into consideration, my second favorite is the Scuba S700. Mainly because it has the longest diving time and it's also the most comfortable of the long-lasting tanks, as I can have this on my back, not on the front on my chest, like you have to do if you use the Mini Dive 1.1 liter. Number 3, the Scuba S500. I could have put the Mini Dive 1.1 liter here, but I really don't like how this tank is attached. Having the tank on my chest, it feels a bit like it's in the way there. I also actually like the ease of use more on this one than the S700. You just put it in the mouth and you go. But due to the diving time, the S700 is better. Number 4, the Mini Dive 1.1 liter. With the second longest diving time and composite construction and the 300 bars, this one is a really nice tank. I just wish they had made the harness better so you could have it on your back. I'm going to give the last place to the Mini Dive 0.5 liters. The spare air is just so much more comfortable to use. Number 1, the Blu3 Nemo is my favorite, as you have so much more diving time with it and it's much easier to use, because you do not have to refill it. If you go on vacation, you can bring it on a plane as regular baggage, recharge it at the hotel. So if you have the money for it, I would always go for the Blu3 Nemo, because you only have to recharge this and you can do it in your hotel room and you can fly with it without any problem. Which one is your favorite